on the water, an adventure around this great brown land and beyond. Strap on your life jacket and get set to get wet on the water. Here we are down at Hobart to check out the winners and the grinners from the most prestigious race in the Victorian yachting calendar, the 480 nautical mile Melbourne to Hobart Yacht Race. The Melbourne to Hobart and the Melbourne to Launceston Yacht Race begin down at Portsea as a massive crowd gathered on the pier in overcast conditions. With the sails going up and the wet weather gear going on, the fleet head off in light conditions towards Port Phillip Heads and Bass Strait, where the fleet will separate, with most of the fleet heading down the west coast of Tasmania in the Melbourne to Hobart Yacht Race. The others, of course, heading across to Launceston, where they will be competing for the Rudder Cup. We're on board the 47.7 Beneteau Yacht Electra with a number 3 headsail and a full main. The helmsman and the crew get into the rhythm as they have crossed Bass Strait in a moderate breeze. With picture-perfect conditions, you could be forgiven in thinking that these competitors are in cruising mode. Yet the helmsman, the skipper, the navigators and all the crew are working to keep the boat sailing at its optimum level. Spectacular views awaited the sailors along the southwest coast of Tasmania as they enter some of the world's most pristine wilderness and World Heritage listed areas. With an asymmetrical spinnaker flying, Electra head east across the bottom of Tasmania. With light and variable winds during the days, the crews were copping gusts up to 40 knots during the last night. The crews work hard to maintain their yachts throughout the race and finally reach the Iron Pot at the entrance to the Derwent River. With the ORCV race control van in the background, the Melbourne to Hobart fleet tie up against the Elizabeth Street pier and the party begins. Eddie Rogowskis and Martin Vaughan, mate, you blokes have just won everything on a crude interest in the Melbourne to Hobart. How does it feel?
Oh, awesome.
Feels great. Yeah, how good are you going to feel?
Yeah, no, we're stoked.
Now, look, it's obviously a fantastic team effort. Now, co-skippers, is there any bit of biffo on board during it, or does it work well together?
Oh, we're more, what do you reckon?
Hug and kisses?
Yeah, no, we're pretty good. We don't get too biffo. There was a couple of spots this race.
No, we tend to tag team a bit, so, you know, there's only one of us is on deck at the time generally, except for an hour or so, we overlapped.
But after 96 hours, we're coming up to Derwent, we go around the red mark, and as we came into the pier, we got a little bit like, where's the line? And we couldn't find the line, so we saw the yacht clubs down here, and we thought, oh, is it there? And we'd forgot where it was. So we had a little bit of tension there, I suppose.
So it's obviously works together very well as a team. Now, you guys have done some serious ocean miles together now, and I guess that teamwork's just sort of improving with each further race that you're doing together.
Yeah, as a crew, I think our crew, we had 4 that had done Sydney Hobart before. Everyone had done at least a season of ORCV. So, and that counts for a lot, you know, it really does.
Yeah, well, it certainly does. Allows you to have the confidence in the crew throughout the race and know that the job that you're asking of them is going to get done.
Absolutely. You don't even have to look at someone, you know they're going to do a good job of it.
And when you're going off watch, you know, when you're rooted, you're going off watch, you know you're handing over to someone who's going to look after the boat, he's not going to break anything, he's going to keep it going fast, and you can actually get some sleep and relax.
Listen, boys, congratulations again. It's a fantastic effort, and well done to the crew of Accrued Interest. Matt Hannaford, skipper of No Fear, line honours in the Melbourne to Hobart, mate. Must be a pretty special feeling.
Oh, fantastic. It's very hard to sum it all up, and the boys have worked really hard to get it there, so it's just it's amazing. Such a team event, and just to get there is great.
Now, what sort of weather conditions did you have coming around the coast?
It was really mixed. It was either windy or it wasn't. It was either on or off, we were calling it. So we had, at times we had 30 knots and a couple of metres swell, and other times we're totally becalmed and drifting around trying to figure out what we're doing. So it was a very testing race.
Yeah, that kind of thing, very testing and very hard on the crew as well.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard on the crew because when the wind was up, you had to perform, and so you had to work really hard because you didn't know how long you had of actual wind, and it was really windy when it was on. So you had to perform, and then you had to try and rest and make the most of it when it wasn't so windy, but also be in awkward situations and sitting in spots which are uncomfortable on the boat, trying to keep it moving. So yeah, it was really hard.
Robin Hewitt, skipper of Yoko, 25 consecutive Melbourne to Hobart races. That's a pretty special effort.
Yeah, I'm very thrilled to have completed that milestone. Second to Trevor Huggett, our navigator. Yeah, it's a great achievement.
Now, 8 long years of labour to, in fact, build the boat to your specs, and it's still very competitive. You must have done it right the first time.
I guess it was an evolution of from my first yacht, and having the family sail with me, I wanted a safe, comfortable boat that would provide for the family and also let me indulge in the passion for yacht racing.
We'd like to thank the ORCV for their support of On the Water, and we'd also like to congratulate the winners of the Melbourne to Hobart Yacht Race. Congratulations to the boys from Accrued Interest, the boys from No Fear, and of course Robin Hewitt and the crew from Yoko.